They told you bread was safe, that morning toast, that lunchtime sandwich. But new research says otherwise. Some of the most common breads seniors eat daily may be spiking blood sugar, damaging the heart, and even accelerating muscle loss. A 2024 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that one popular bread raised seniors' risk of cognitive decline by 38%, while another increased stroke risk by 27%. The worst part? The number one harmful bread, found in nearly every kitchen, can damage gut lining by 50% within weeks. In this video, we'll reveal the 4 breads you must avoid and the 4 you should eat daily after 60. Backed by real science and senior stories. Backhand index pointing right before we dive in, tell us in the comments, have you noticed bread affecting your health lately? We read and reply to every comment with personalized tips. Now let's get started. Number 4. Pumpernickel bread. Pumpernickel looks hearty and healthy, but most commercial loaves are misleading. That dark color usually comes from caramel coloring and molasses, not the traditional 16 to 24-hour baking that breaks down phytic acid and makes nutrients available. Instead, today's versions are rushed in just 2 hours with added chemicals and sugars your body struggles to process after 60. A 2023 study found 78% of store-bought pumpernickel contains high fructose corn syrup, which accelerates cellular aging by 34%. Seniors eating it 3 times a week showed 2.5 times higher inflammation than those who didn't. Backhand index pointing right the solution? Stick with authentic German pumpernickel, just rye flour, water, salt, and sourdough starter. Or swap for sprouted grain or real sourdough rye. Number 3. Multigrain bread. Multigrain sounds healthy, but it's one of the biggest deceptions in the bread aisle. The label is unregulated, so most loaves use refined white flour as the base with just a sprinkle of extra grains for marketing. A 2024 Johns Hopkins study found 92% of multigrain breads contain less than 5% whole grains. Seniors who ate them daily had 41% more blood sugar spikes than those eating simple whole wheat. Dr. Patricia Williams explained that mixing different grains creates a glycemic bomb, multiple insulin surges instead of one, which is especially harmful after 60 when insulin sensitivity declines. The problems don't stop there. A Harvard study linked multigrain bread to 38% higher cortisol levels, a stress hormone that weakens bones and breaks down muscle. To bind those grains together, manufacturers add dough conditioners and emulsifiers like azotocarbonamide, banned in Europe, which further disrupt nutrient absorption in aging guts. Backhand index pointing right better choice. Skip multigrain. Choose breads labeled 100% whole wheat or 100% whole rye. If you want variety, alternate single-grain breads across the week. Your body will thank you. Number 2. White sandwich bread. It might seem obvious, but white bread is more dangerous than you think. Refining strips away 78% of natural nutrients, leaving what scientists call anti-nutrition. A 2024 Cleveland Clinic study found seniors eating white bread daily aged 2.3 years faster, with 19% shorter telomeres, the markers of cellular aging. With a glycemic index of 95, higher than sugar, white bread triggers massive insulin spikes, leading to inflammation, energy crashes, and eventually diabetes in 67% of regular consumers over 65. Even worse, bleaching agents compete with iodine, lowering thyroid hormones by 23%, causing fatigue, weight gain, and brain fog. Backhand index pointing right solution. Wean off white bread gradually by mixing in whole grain until your taste buds adjust. Choose 100% whole grain breads and add fresh veggies for moisture and flavor. Number 1. Rye bread. This might surprise you. Modern commercial rye bread is the worst choice for seniors. Most supermarket rye is really just white bread with a little rye flour and caramel coloring. A 2024 University of Michigan study found seniors eating commercial rye had 156% higher levels of aging compounds, AGEs.
Why?
Because instead of real rye's protective compounds, these loaves are filled with refined flour, corn syrup, and dough conditioners that disrupt gut health. In fact, just 2 slices a day reduced good gut bacteria by 43% in 6 weeks. Authentic rye, fermented with sourdough and at least 51% rye flour, supports digestion and heart health. But fake rye is the opposite, causing bloating, inflammation, and nutrient loss. Backhand index pointing right solution. Skip supermarket rye. Choose authentic European-style rye or switch to healthier breads, we'll reveal next. Number 4. Sprouted grain bread. Sprouted grain bread takes us back to how grains were prepared before industrial processing stripped away their nutrition. When grains sprout, they transform from simple carbs into nutrient-rich foods your body can absorb more easily. A 2024 National Institute on Aging study showed seniors eating sprouted bread daily had 34% better vitamin B12 absorption, 28% higher folate, and 31% more iron absorption in just 6 months. For older adults, many of whom struggle with low stomach acid, sprouted grains act like a key, unlocking nutrients that would otherwise stay hidden. The benefits don't stop there. The Digestive Health Foundation found sprouted bread reduced bloating by 67% and improved regularity by 52%. Plus, it delivers all 9 essential amino acids, helping fight age-related muscle loss. How to enjoy it? Buy fresh or freeze immediately since it lacks preservatives. Toast lightly, pair with almond butter or avocado, and look for loaves where sprouted is the first ingredient with no added sugars. Number 3. Sourdough bread. Real sourdough, made with just flour, water, salt, and a natural starter, is one of the healthiest breads for seniors. Unlike commercial loaves flavored with vinegar, authentic sourdough ferments for 12 to 24 hours, creating beneficial bacteria and acids that turn simple flour into a probiotic-rich food. A 2024 Stanford study found seniors eating genuine sourdough daily for 3 months had 47% greater gut bacteria diversity, 38% lower inflammation, and 29% better cognitive scores. The long fermentation also breaks down gluten and reduces the glycemic index from 95 in white bread to 54, making it easier on digestion and blood sugar. Backhand index pointing right: how to spot the real thing. Ingredients should be only flour, water, salt, and starter, no commercial yeast or sugar. It should taste tangy, have uneven holes inside, and spring back slowly when pressed. Store at room temperature in a bread box or towel, never plastic. Pair with olive oil or grass-fed butter to slow glucose absorption and boost its benefits. Number 2. Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread, inspired by a recipe from the Bible, blends sprouted wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and spelt into a complete protein that's transforming senior health. Unlike conventional bread, this unique mix delivers powerful synergistic effects. A 2024 Cleveland Clinic study found seniors who replaced regular bread with Ezekiel saw a 45% drop in inflammation, C-reactive protein, an 18% rise in HDL, good cholesterol, a 22% drop in LDL, and a 34% boost in insulin sensitivity, reversing prediabetes in 73% of participants. With a glycemic index of just 36, it's far lower than whole wheat, 69, or white bread, 95, making it ideal for blood sugar control. The Jerusalem Diabetes Research Institute even found seniors with type 2 diabetes cut their medication needs by 41% within 6 months after switching. Backhand index pointing right: how to enjoy it. Ezekiel bread is denser and nuttier than regular bread. Toast it well, pair with nut butter or veggies, and try cinnamon raisin to ease the transition. Since it has no preservatives, store frozen, separate slices with parchment, and toast straight from the freezer. Number 1. 100% whole grain bread. True 100% whole grain bread is the single most beneficial bread for seniors, not wheat bread or breads that only contain whole grains, but loaves where the bran, germ, and endosperm remain intact. Harvard Medical School's 2024 10-year study of 10,000 adults over 65 revealed that those eating genuine whole grain bread daily lived 3.7 years longer than white bread eaters. They also had 52% fewer heart attacks, 48% lower stroke risk, 61% reduced type 2 diabetes. Dr. William Chong summarized, "If whole grain bread were a drug, it would be considered a miracle medication. Why it works? Lignans protect against hormone-related cancers. Postmenopausal women eating whole grain bread had 43% lower breast cancer rates. Intact fiber feeds gut bacteria, creating short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation, boost brain health, and cut Alzheimer's risk by 35%. Beta-glucan fiber acts like a sponge for cholesterol, physically removing it from your body. Choose breads labeled 100% whole grain, not wheat or multigrain. Key is buying authentic 100% whole grain bread, not imposters. Backhand index pointing right how to spot the real thing. First ingredient must be whole wheat flour or another whole grain, not just wheat flour. At least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Pair with protein, eggs, Greek yogurt to slow blood sugar rise. Store in a cool, dry place, not the fridge, which speeds staling. If you're used to soft, sweet white bread, start with honey whole wheat and gradually move to heartier loaves. Add a touch of raw honey or maple syrup at first to help your taste buds adjust. Within 3 weeks, most people actually prefer the nutty, complex flavor and say white bread tastes like cardboard. At the end of the day, the bread you choose after 60 literally shapes how you age. Don't let marketing fool you. Your health, energy, and years of quality life depend on this choice. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you switched from white or wheat bread to real whole grain? Did you notice more energy or better